Shalom. This is Love Myself. Love Himself, Yahweh, has a message He would like to share with the world. And so I wrote it all down. It's on paper here. And it's pretty lengthy. And it's under the title, God Tells All Mysteries Behind Tupac. Okay. It starts like this. This is Pops. I'm going to solve all the mysteries once and for all about the Tupac so-called murder. This is my globe, said the Lord. I talk, I walk, I breathe, I come, I go, I stay, I visit. You don't see me because I'm partly here. What I mean by that is I cover the entire planet. That's how wide I am, said the Lord. And the rest of my giant self expands within and without all of my galaxies. When you see me, and you will see me partly. You will not be able to see me fully, completely, said the Lord. Why? That's because my dimension of myself is wider than your eyesight's width. So you can't see me wholly, entirely, you see. For example, you can see in front of you, but you can't see behind you. You can barely see on both sides of you simultaneously. So if you stood on a hill as far as your eyes can see, you will be looking at me, the Lord. But you have a radius that's limited. After a few miles, your sight diminishes. You can only see so far, but I'm beyond your sight's limit. Horizontal, and to mention vertical, even if you lay down and look up, you could not behold my fullness, even if you rolled your eyes back and forth, round and round. You all's sight has limitations, and I'm everywhere. Now, babe here, Sarah Darlene the Charmer, Ishtar, Isis, Queen of Isis, Nefertiti, Cleopatra, Harriet Tubman, she is all those names. Queen Isis. You each have many identities. She's being called by many, and it's her. She's even the Black Madonna. She's Mona Lisa, said the Lord Yahweh. She's Sophia. She's Sharon of Scriptures. She's Shekinah. She's my wife, said the Lord God. Now, how is that? How is that? Well, it's like this. Each of you have a father and a mother who are clones of ours. We were first, originals. You haven't heard a conversation like this before because it wasn't time. It is time now. It's a long story. Anyway, no one can harm her. She is mine, said the Lord Yahweh, as you are. Yet she was first. We brought you forward. Her appearance is what you see in her earth form. She can get out, and in doing so, her form, the original one, stretches wide as mine. We are love. It matters very little to us of who believes us. This is our world. She came because of such crimes on earth. Her earth shell has been trailed tremendously. Many know who she is, and many don't. She's different than all who's in her circle. Not earthbound, in other words. She lives different, says the Lord, when she visits. She lives like a visitor on earth, not like a residence. She has to stay on the move, which looks odd because I carry her here and there, but you don't see me doing so. The rest of her giant self is with me as well, said the Lord God Yahweh. Anyway, the attempt on our lives after we gave birth, created in our in other words, our embryos, some of who decided they didn't like us, they gathered an army one day of themselves to march on us, like some do with marches on the White House. They paraded with every weapon they could find or carry, charging at us, as tiny as they were, even. Still trying regardless today, these days. Why? They didn't want to have jobs assigned to them, such as, let's keep the daylight bulbs cleared, crystal clear. Oh, yeah, we all must work the daylight. But they wanted us to do it all. So the war was on, since they just wanted to live in our worlds, but not help with the upkeep. Much like today, the global warming is all because of neglect. Anyway, what does this have to do with Tupac? Well, it's this. Tupac was one of my direct sons. You can tell who's my closest. I give them special talent because they are callers. My selfish rappers, I shut them down. But my humanitarians, compassionate soul seekers, they house my attributes, said the Lord God Yahweh. I'm a savior, healer, humanitarian, said the Lord. And that's what Tupac was. And his mom. So you know now who was after him. Them. Evildoers, non-humanitarians, killers, people haters, selfish, wannabe rulers, stingy, ornery, dark-minded, opposers of life. It's all about them. They think the world is too crowded, so they don't feed the hungry. They starve them instead. When Tupac went to the arena, he gathered people, not dissed them like some of those stand-up comedians do. He fed the hungry, but they don't publicize it big. And speaking of big, Biggie Small said none of those things against Tupac. It was all made up mostly to instigate rivalry. It was whites who started it, said the Lord God. They were with two different companies who were enemies. Some of the blacks within each company, they were controlled. Please go to part 2.